All right. Ready? Hey, Flosstube.
Hello.
I'm Christy.
I'm Callie.
And we're the Floss, Bossin cousins.
Today,
go ahead.
November the 3rd. On a Friday evening.
Flosstube number 16. I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
After work. So we're looking all fresh and ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a day.
It's been a day. I've been busy today.
Been a day.
But busy's good.
Yep. This time next week,
we ain't
I
gonna be busy,
can smell the salt air right now.
The scrimps.
I can't wait. Can't wait. So what you been doing?
Well, I've been preparing for the retreat. I've been trying to work on my table gifts and stuff, and so I don't have, I don't have that finish I was hoping for. That's a fact, but I did work on it some, and I've done a lot of stitching, but not stuff that I can. Well, some stitching, but not stuff I can show.
Yeah.
Been more crafting this week.
We'll be able to show y'all pictures next week. But
getting ready for this shindig next week. I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
I am too. I'm so ready to go. If you would have called me today and said, let's strike out.
Let's just hit it.
I would have said, come pick me up. I'm ready to roll. Because I didn't want to be nowhere today. Didn't want to be at home. Didn't want to be at work. It's just been one of them days.
I didn't hear from her this morning, and I wondered what was going on, because every once in a while it's rare but we will take a day we don't talk in the morning. And
if we're trying to catch up on Flosstube.
Yeah. And so I talked to her this afternoon, and she said I didn't go to work till 10:30. So
I didn't.
Some days you just have to have them days.
My boss Tim texted me and he said I deemed today Christy Day. I thought, yeah, you mess with me, I won't come at all. Oh.
I work today, and I've got to work 4 hours tomorrow and 4 hours Sunday. We've got a busy weekend. We've got Fall Festival at church, and we've got, I don't know what all.
We got a busy weekend. Case and Corbin, my great nephews, are playing the first round of the Super Bowl of the playoffs for their Toy Bowl football team tomorrow at 5. So I'll be doing that. And it has gotten cool.
It's got plumb cold in the morning. But now long about 2 o'clock in the afternoon it gets a little heated up. But
not really. I mean, not.
The wind's still cold.
I've wore a sweatshirt every day this week. Sure am glad to have my Floss Bossin cousin sweatshirt because it's been cool.
In some mornings it's been in the 20s.
Yeah.
And that's cold for us.
Yeah.
I've been about to freeze today. I thought I put my electric blanket on the bed this week, and might wake up in the roasting about 3 a.m., but it feels pretty good.
Ours is out, but it's not on the bed yet, so we'll see if it makes it on there this weekend.
Jeremy can't stand it. We've got one of them dual
That's the way
controls.
Ours is.
And he don't even plug his part up, so I have to be real careful about getting over on his side at night, because I'll freeze to death on that side of the bed, but he don't like a lot of the heat.
Oh, Alan will turn his on. I want mine on high, and he wants his on about 2.
Yeah, I don't like mine high. I turned mine down to 2.
I like it on high until I get in the bed. And then I'll cut it down or cut it off. So
ain't nothing like getting in there and it toasty. So.
Well, what you been watching this week?
Well, let's see. I watched Crisscross Stitch's video.
I haven't got to finish it yet. I'm so behind.
I watched Carol's Salt Box. I watched Christy the Crosshatch Quilter. I watched Mischievous Stitches. And I'm sure some more. Yeah. But it's just been sparing. I mean, I've watched 10 or 15 minutes here and 10 or 15 minutes there lately. So.
Yeah, I haven't done well with watching my floss tubes this week. I've watched Carol Saltbox and Carrie Tiger Lily and Shelly with Antique Needleworker. I watched Kia B. I've started Crisscross Stitch, and I started the Sassy Southern Stitchers today.
I hadn't started theirs
yet. But I hadn't got finished with it yet. But I've watched all of those, so. But I'm still behind. There's so many that I want to watch, that I do watch.
I need to make me a list because I hear you talk about people that I don't watch and I forget to write it down. I forget who they are, and I need to make a list.
Yeah. And Alan and I watched Joe Pickett. It's on the Paramount Network. And I think there were 2 seasons. And we watched those in the last few weeks. And it was really good. Really good. And of course, you know, I've tried to catch up on Sister Wives. I think I'm too behind on it. And it just gets me all in a teasy. So I just have to do a little bit at a time. And I've started watching. I watched it years ago, and I don't know why I stopped, unless it was because, you know how they'll have a season and then there's a long pause and then it'll come back out, unless I just didn't think about it or didn't have it set to record. But I've been watching My Big Fat Fabulous Life. So I've restarted watching it, and I've got, I think this week's of The Golden Bachelor. Have you watched it? I really like it.
Why is that a golden?
Because he's like 70-something years old, and
I get to say that every day at work.
Well,
I got so tickled. We had our Halloween party on Halloween day this week, and all the residents, some of them came down dressed up, and this one gentleman that's on my side of the community, he come down and he had this like real fancy robe on that was silk and all. And I said, "Who'd you come as?" And he said, "Hugh Hefner." And I about hit the floor. It was so funny. Me up. He was the belle of the ball, I'm telling you. But they had a lot of fun. We dressed up with them and they had a good time.
We've had a few mentions since we've last been on. Katie with So Tattered, she mentioned us. And Jane and Julie, Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie. And Shelly, Antique Needleworker. And we had a new mention, and I haven't got to watch this one yet, but it's Crafting in Colorado.
Have to give it a lesson.
Thank y'all for shouting us out. We appreciate it. And last Friday night, I had a Zoom call, and it was 7 o'clock Central Time. And I think I climbed the stairs to go to bed right at 2 o'clock in the morning. We Zoomed till we couldn't Zoom no more.
Y'all just Zoomed it out, didn't you?
Baby, we Zoomed. Let me tell you. It was so good. It was good. My heart needed it.
I was going to go and do it, and my husband's father wanted us to go to the steakhouse with him. So when I got home, it was probably, I don't know, 9 o'clock, and I sit there and petted dogs to 10, and I thought, well, shoot, they probably done wrap that up by now. But I didn't know y'all was pulling an all-nighter.
Yeah, we did. I came home, or I called Alan on my way home, and I said, look, if you're wanting any supper, you better tell me what you want so I can get it ordered, because I got to eat and be downstairs by 7 o'clock. Now.
Got a date.
Yep. He said, well, I'll probably be in the bed, so good night, I love you. I said, good night, I love you, and down the hole I came. Oh.
Here's somebody coming.
Yep. It's Lovey Dove. She thinks she's going to come down here and get her a little cat food. So what have you stitched on this week, Ebert?
Well, I have stitched on some stuff that I can't show, but, you know, I was going to push hard for a finish on Halloween Eve. My Blackbird Designs. I thought I could just whoop that right on out, but that did not happen. So, I did make some progress, though, when I stitched.
That's enough.
I think my bird was outlined, and I come on down to that pumpkin because I really was getting worried about whether I was going to have enough room at the bottom there. So I tried to make my way to the bottom, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have enough to do it. But I sorely underestimated how big that pumpkin was. So, but anyway, I got progress on that. So
looks good.
It's gonna be pretty when it gets
Looks
done.
so good.
But I really hadn't had a whole lot of time to stitch this week. I've been trying to finish up some retreat gifts and work on them and
Yeah.
all that
Okay,
kind of
that's
stuff.
enough.
Oh, Daddy.
Daddy gave her a bath the other day, her and Booge, didn't he? Now you go back upstairs and don't be down here eating the cat's food. No. Go on. Go on.
What'd
Go
you
back
stitch
upstairs.
on?
Well, I have a finish.
Looks
I
good.
finished my Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. The hashtag was Room at the Table Sale. I got it finished. See if I wrote it down. I finished it on the 28th. So,
Let me look at it.
pretty proud of that sucker.
You gonna frame this one?
Yes. Yes. And I was just saving that so I could, when I cut my fabric off, if I needed a little sliver of it, I'd know what it was.
Mm-hmm. Looks good.
Thank you.
I'm about to, got this piece done. That house is something else.
Yeah. Don't be looking at the back.
Well, when you was holding it up, it looked real good, so I was going to have to inspect it, Your back looks good compared to some of mine. I mean, I don't give a rip because it's going to be covered up.
I don't care either. What was it Miss Kay said at the retreat? Asking somebody to see their backs like asking to see their panties.
And Lord, you could look at hers and it looked just like the front, but mine does not look that way.
No, mine doesn't either.
Because trust me, I'll carry a thread.
Me too.
And get a knot.
It depends on Lovey. Go upstairs. Go. It depends on how tired I am and how much I'm trying to get done. Yeah, I will too. And I did this one, and look how crooked that is. But I started and did this one in about 2 days. I ain't cut the rest of my backing off of it, but it is Christmas Fruit Basket by Threadwork Primitives. And I really, really like that. It's a very quick, fun stitch.
You want to do a little pillow?
Yes, I'm gonna do a pillow. What I was actually waiting on is I had ordered some chenillet to do the edge of my pillow.
I watched that video too.
It came yesterday. So the only thing that I'm scared of is I got red and I got green. Is you have to wet it. And what if it bleeds on my fabric? I'm going to have to think about it.
Maybe just wet you a piece and see how color fast it is.
Yeah.
Before you put it on your stitch piece.
Yeah. But I did that. And I actually started... But I'm gonna have to iron this fabric and see if I can. I started Needle Worker by Little House Needleworks. I started it. I didn't get a lot of progress done, but a little bit. But this is stiff. Oh my! But I thought maybe if I iron it, it might loosen. I don't know. Gosh, it's stiff. Stiff.
What fabric are you using?
It is 30 count Cafe Kona.
Oh, what kind of card you got in there? You ain't showed me yet.
Because I haven't.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Smarty pants.
Well.
I'm trying to hide stuff from me because I got an eagle eye.
I'm not. But I just didn't want everybody else to know it. Thank you.
I'll call you out,
Mind your business. And quit minding mine. Oh, here's that Threadwork Primitives, the Christmas Fruit Basket. There's the chart for it that I did. really like it.
Let me look. I might have to borrow that. Melissa's got my retreat mat and my stitchy keeper mailed out today. I'll be getting it
Really
Monday.
good. And I pulled out one of the old Duchess hoops that I've never used, and I used it to do that Christmas fruit basket, and I absolutely love it. Love it, love it,
I like stitching
love
with
it.
mine. That's pretty.
That's in the wrong bowl.
I might have to do that and put on my
I love it.
in my bowl.
I'm gonna do it. I'm for sure gonna do it again. And I have worked on my Be Kind sampler by Stacy Nash, and it is Shelly from Antique Needlework. It's her birthday sale, and it's hashtag Shelly's Double Nickel Birthday Sale. And I'm using all the called for threads, and I'm doing it on the 35 count cocoa Weeks Dye Works linen, and I am not taking it off. I've pulled out another of my old hoops, and I've got that much done on it. So I'm just trucking right along.
Looking good.
Trucking right along. Been doing them algebra eyelets that Jane said. But that's about all I've been up to. It's about all the stitchy leechy I've got done this week.
I didn't get near as much done as I wanted to.
I haven't even stitched today. Nothing.
I stitched a little bit, tiny bit last night, and this week just ain't had time.
Yeah.
Can I please have one of them? You know, it starts forward.
But do you have any we just moving right along. We only at 18 minutes and we just moving right along.
This is liable to be a record for us. I do have some haul. But and a lot of it is just where I kitted up and stuff. So I had what is this? Primitive Merry Christmas pillow by Abby Rose Designs, and I bought this chart when it came out and just, you know, was planning to stitch it right then, and it sit in my pile for I don't know how long. But this week when I made an order for some retreat gifts and mystery box stuff, I went ahead and ordered the threads for that. So I'm gonna try to start that at the retreat.
I really like that.
This one I had purchased not long ago, but I got the threads for it, and I didn't order linen. I think I've got a piece that'll work, but that's one of my tomato charts. I got the threads for it.
I really like that one.
It's just pretty to me.
Yeah.
And then I bought this one not long ago. I guess when we went to Decatur, because it's from the Cross Stitch Peddler, but it's a vintage stitch 2 hexie. So it's got little, I don't know if you can see, but some tomatoes and...
Who is that by?
Hands On Design.
Okay, I saw that one the other day. I was looking online at her Christmas ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that one.
Pair of scissors on there. So I ordered the fabric and the threads for it. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to take to the retreat, because I know I ain't going to get a whole lot of stitching done. And then... now, is this the right one?
I was fixing to say, you don't do snowmen.
No, this is, is this Manny Dodonna, I thought? Or isn't? Here I was thinking I had a dadgum chart of theirs, and this ain't even one of them. And I ordered the threads, you know, because we're supposed to stitch one of theirs that day. Well, I guess I won't be worried about that, will I? But... anyhow, I ordered the threads for this because I thought I was going to have this chart down there at the thing, but I do not. So, I got that, and then I went back to my picker booth, you know, the other day, and I didn't find a whole bunch of stuff. But I got, this is a crabapple heel, what is it? Like an embroidered bag. But this is one of those where you have to use crayons on it to color your design. And I thought, well, you know, I might do that one day. I don't know. And then I also got this one that was Happy Christmas to All. It's Lackadaisies red work design, but it's a big Santa. I thought that might be cute if I can pull that off by Christmas. Who knows? If not, I'll have it next year. So that's my haul.
That's it?
That's it. Well, I didn't bring one thing. You know, my big purchase. My half of a big purchase.
Why didn't you bring it?
I forgot it. I had already hung it up, but you know, been on the hunt for me a queen hoop for I don't know how long, and the other day on eBay, one popped up and it was like, I don't know, $200 or something. And I thought, if I'm gonna get one, it's gonna be right now, because you know, usually they're out of sight. But so I bid on. I think it was an actually buy it now, and I bid on it. Well, I didn't realize that it didn't have the inner hoop until I done bought it. So, but I'll try to find me an inner hoop. But got that. It's hanging up.
Wow.
You got any?
Oh, I do. I got this. It actually came in the mail today. Lorraine with Rags to Stitches was talking about she had seen at a retreat people were making these into boxes. And I got a Longaberger off of eBay.
That's neat.
So that came in today. Alan just unwrapped it for me.
Were they sticking down in them holes?
I don't know. She didn't have any pictures, but you know me. I just jumped right on it. I found one, and I dickered with the woman to get it done. And this came today. It says, "Hi Christy, thank you so much for purchasing one of my bags. I like making them and having something pretty to put my projects into. Hope you enjoy this Christmas patchwork bag made from Kathy Holding Fabric. I hadn't even got it out of the bag yet.
That's pretty.
I just got it, and it's by Marsha Cruz.
Where'd you find her?
Shelly.
She got an Etsy store or nothing?
No, I think she might stitch with them, and she takes some bags
Okay.
when she goes. And I asked Shelly, I said, do you think she has any more left? She said, I'll text her and see. And she did. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty.
I wanted to try to make one of them, but you know.
Yeah.
If I can get stitching done, I doubt I can get a bag made, you know.
Yeah, I know. Oh, here's my Chanel. It came this week. I got this green color. And this wine burgundy red color. And this is a khaki type color. So I got those. Get my bag done, or my pillow done.
Just trying to see if it's color fast.
It says to be careful. And I went to get me some needles out of my little box the other day, and I was about out, so I ordered me some pony needles, you know, because I get serious around here when you can't find a needle. So I ordered those. Well, y'all, when you have to put all this stuff in a bag and then wait. Oh, here it is. My Zuka. I hate to show y'all after Stitchy Linda showed her progress on hers. But here again, this fabric, I'm going to have to pull it out and see if I can iron it, because it's very stiff and I can't stand. That right there drives me nuts, is a stiff fabric. That's all I've got done on mine.
Is that your Hardwick Manor hoop that you got?
Yes. I got 2 more coming, I think. I think it's 2. Is that, am I holding that up right? Yeah.
That white's popping on that
It
color.
really is. But that's something else I worked on a little bit this week. I wasn't sure. I thought it was upstairs on the love seat, but it was in this bag. I keep one of those grocery bags, those travel grocery bags upstairs, so when my stuff comes in, I can stick it down in the bag and just bring it all down here at once. Oh, let's see. And I got these from Lumi and Pie. I love that purple. Look, it's got a little button on it.
Are they vinyl front or fabric front?
They're fabric front. It's got the little card, the little sleeve with it, and each of them have a, now let me think what she called these. A nugget. And it pops open and it's an Ort container.
Oh.
It says, call me Nugget, a tiny thread catcher for your orts. I got
She on
that
Etsy?
one. No. I don't, maybe she is. But I got her, I found her on Instagram. I got that one, and it has the little nugget in it. I loved that fabric. And then I got this one.
That one's pretty.
A little squirrel on it. And then I joined a quarterly bag. No, it's, you can do it by the quarter. So you do it, like you pick 3 months that you want to do it. So I did it for October, November, and December. And it is from, oh boy, I meant to write this down. Jenny Stitching Simply. She sent me some floss drops. It's a chart, a piece of fabric, and the threads.
Cute as pie.
Yeah. And this is the bag. It is gorgeous. Look at that zipper pull, the beaded zipper pull.
It's got a small boxy bottom too.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it pretty? I love those rich colors. I got that. I'm not buying any more bags. I've already decided I'm not gonna buy any more. I don't have anywhere to put any more, first of all. And I'm not even through showing y'all my bags. Oh, that's something else. I got my Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop, and it's the Weeks Dye Works. Building my stash 1 month at a time. I got Charlotte's Pink, Chartreuse, Cherub, Chesapeake, Chestnut, and Chai. And if you're interested in this floss club, I will add the link below in our description box. It's a great way. And I got my Grace Notes fabric of the month, and it is Mocha Blanc, and it is beautiful. I love it. It has a pink hue to it, but not so much. I can't get a good color of it. So pretty. That came in. And I got a sweet card from Holly Ho. that had some Halloween floss in it.
I got one too. I bet I
Says,
didn't put it in
"Hey
my bag.
pumpkin, hope your Halloween is all smiles." And she sent me some black and orange.
That was so sweet.
That is so. She
I
is.
thought that just perked me right up.
I just love her to pieces. Love her to pieces.
It's good to get a little happy in the mail.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I just love that. And when I got home, Alan was standing in the kitchen and
I gotta go over here and blow my nose.
he said, "I think you got some mail from Holly." I said, "How do you know?" He said, "Well, she's the only one that I know that lives in Trinity." I said, "Well, you're right." Sorry, y'all. I'm digging in my bag over here. And, let's see. We got a card from Miss Deborah, and it says that she won the Stacy Nash Spring Chickens pin keep, and she picked this card up while she was on vacation, and she knew that we were the receivers. It was just a thank you card. Isn't that pretty? That house.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty. Oh. And this also came from Lumi and Pie. It says, "A little gift for being one of my first online customers. Thanks for your purchase. Liz and Lumi and Nugget." I think that Lumi and Nugget are her dogs, but it's a needle minder. You know, I love me a needle minder. And she sent a piece of paper and it tells the story of why her shop is named what it is. So it's really neat. All right. I'm slowly narrowing it down, Albert. And I didn't show y'all this last time. I had already given, or I haven't yet, but I have already given. These are from Melanie Henson, the Stash Unloading Group. I have that one, and I had gotten 2 more from her, but I've already gifted one of them, and the other one will be going out this next week in a gift. So I got those. I meant to show them last week, and there's a little happy for you.
Oh.
And it is from Darla Holden, and it says, a while back she went junking at one of their local secondhand shops, and she found this cookie press. And she said it looks a lot like the heifer on our merch. So she thought she would pass it along. Look at this cute thing.
Well, how cute.
How cute is that? We're going to have to make some heifer cookies.
Well, we're going to have to.
I love that. Love it, love it, love it. She sent us a gift.
This is cute. Floss drops. Some trees, some Santa Clauses, and some pumpkins, and a skein of thread. And what else is in? Oh, some buttons.
Some buttons. Yep. Oops, I just dropped one of mine.
I'm all about a cute button.
So cute. Thank you so much, Darla. We truly appreciate it.
Sure do.
And I got my Tiger Lily box. Y'all, I love this fabric. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So pretty. And also was a little notebook. Some candies, and I just had to put these back in the box because I knew if I took them out and Alan found them, he would eat them up.
Well, I was just about to say we need to try one
Yeah.
because they look good.
and some handmade pins. And some thread from Stuart Moore's Textile. Beautiful colors. Those pretty. So pretty. And I already had to break this one out and use it. What's it called? A corner turner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a bird. But she puts these letters in each of her keeper boxes, and she tells you that the Project Keeper is her exclusive, and she tells about Stuart Moore hand-dyed floss. The counting pens are by Jersey Girl Stitch Co. The Strawberry Thief mini notebook is from American Pigeon, and it's a Riley Blake turning tool. And the Strawberry Puffs are by Lake Erie Candy Company. But she tells about each thing that's in your box and where it's from and who it's made by. So, great job, Carrie. Love, love, love this box this month. That's it.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
37 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't have much progress at all to show this week.
Well.
But I bet we'll have some stuff next week to share.
I bet you we will too.
Probably a video or two, a short, and ain't no telling what we get into next week, is it, Lovey?
True. I do want to remind everybody about the Jingle Ball. If you hadn't got your tickets, go to www.thejingleball.net. It's an online retreat, per se, I guess. And it's $10. And if you have the option to purchase additional classes, if you so choose. So it's going to be December the 1st through the 3rd. So a good time to be had by all.
Got mine finally.
And you could not have named a dog any more perfect than her name, because she is so loving.
Mm-hmm.
But she thinks that she's a pit bull when it comes to other dogs.
Well, you know, so our cat does too. So yeah. we had an exciting time. Was it night before last?
Sunday night, wasn't it? Or Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, I guess. We had been to church and come home, and we got home late because it was business meeting and all this, that, and the other. Well, anyway, our cat Atticus was at the back door, and he's just he meows so soft and just cute. And Jeremy opened the back door, and when I tell you that all HELL broke loose in our dining room, I thought, what is going on? Because we have two cats. We have Boo Kitty's, what I call her, a black one. And then we've got Atticus, who's kind of like I don't know, he's part Siamese or something. But he's a big guy and beige colored. And I look in there, and there is fur flying everywhere. And I'm not talking about just a hair, too. I'm talking about puffs of hair. And I'm thinking, he has jumped on our cat, Boo Kitty, you know. And so Jeremy, he looks at me and he says, "Are you seeing what's going on?" And I said, "Well, yeah, you know, but hey, you're over there in it, you know." So
do something
about it. But anyway, little known to me, there was a cat on the back deck that was not one of our cats. And Jeremy opened the door, and that cat run in. It was real cold that night, whatever night it was.
But that's weird for a cat to run in a house.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
I said, you know, cats don't normally just run in somewhere they don't know.
Right.
But anyway, this one did. And when it did, it made the wrong decision, because Atticus was not having no part of it. He tore out in a new one. And so it runs into we have a kennel in the laundry room that Sophie stays in. And the cat run in there, and Jeremy shuts it up, to let it out the back door. And like a moron, you would think it would run off, but no, it runs back around the behind the house, and I don't know where it is today, but he sent me a picture of it a while ago. It's still on the back deck, so it must not have had its tail hooked just right yet.
It needs a home.
Well, if it don't get killed there first, maybe she'll stick around, but I don't know if it's a male or a female or what, but yeah, that's probably the most excitement we've had this week.
Yes, it sounds like it.
Yeah, it was enough.
I had a question the other day to show my book of days. And I guess it's not the norm book of days, but this one is the undated, Sterling Ink B6, and I only got it in July. So I just keep mine like this, and I have it in a Moterm cover that I got from Amazon, and I will link it, and I just use my stickers to date it, and I do it by the week. So that's what I use. I don't know what else to say about it other than that. I want to also thank everyone that has donated to buy me a coffee. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it so much. Y'all,
you look like you're about to fall asleep.
I am off today. I've had a bad day. I missed my mama today, and I'm not going to talk about it because I'm afraid I'll cry. It's just been one of those days today. And we had a comment today on our last video from a lady that said, "Usually I love your channel, but that comment that we all need those fancy scissors made me sad. I would have to give up groceries or medication just to keep up with the Joneses, so no, thank you." Well, I went back and watched that part of the video because I thought, did I say that? Well, in fact, I did not say that. What I said was, you're missing out. That's how much I love those scissors. But I never said for anyone to go without medication or groceries to have a pair of Kohana scissors. So just to clear the air, if I offended anybody by that, I'm truly sorry. All I said, my personal opinion, and I thought this was what our Flosstube was about, was our personal opinions. I love mine. Love them. But I definitely do not want anyone to go without medicine or groceries.
Well, of course not.
So, let's use a little common sense here, people. If you have the means to do it and you choose to do it, great. If you don't have the means to do it, there's no shame, because I've got some right up there that come from the Hobby Lobby that cost $2.99, and I like them too. So, just sit over there with your mouth clamped shut.
Sit here with my mouth clamped shut. It's probably best just not to say nothing at all.
Well, it probably is.
So, to each his own.
To each his own. So, you want to do our giveaways from last week?
Sure.
We still have a few that have not claimed their items from episode 14. Let me see if I can find my list. Both shirts have been claimed and they have been ordered. The only thing is Diana Mooney won the Fab Shabby Rose bag, and she has not claimed it. So, after this week, if you don't claim it, it's going to go to the next lucky person, which might be me. I'm just kidding. All right. Our winner for Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage is Suzette Amos. A-M-O-S. Suzette Amos. Congratulations, Suzanne. And the next one is Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. Is it Leela or Lila?
We decided we didn't know.
Okay, we don't know. But anyway, it goes to Norma Scalia. S-C-A-L-I-A. The next one is the Stitch Witch by Tiny Modernist. And it goes to Renessa, R-A-N-E-S-S-A, Hunley, H-U-N-L-E-Y. Number 4 is Halloween Letters by Primrose Cottage. And it goes to Lisa Hardesty, H-A-R-D-E-S-T-Y.
I just love the way that purple pops off of that one.
And the 2023 Special Collection Just Keep Stitching Halloween Edition goes to Diane. And I'm not even going to try. H-R-I-N-I-A-K. So congratulations to y'all. If y'all will send me an email, we will be out of town Wednesday through Sunday. But if you get me an email sent Monday or Tuesday, tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday, I'll try to get them in the mail before we go. If not, it'll be the following week when we come back. So, and because we are going to be gone this week, we're not going to do any giveaways this time. But we will.
We'll catch up.
We will. We will catch up. But thank y'all for everyone that spends time with us, and like I said, for everyone that has bought us a coffee and sent us little gifts, we appreciate it. And us giving away those scissors last time was just us trying to give back and say thank you for the ones that have got us to where we are.
Been with us a long time.
Yes, and if you haven't, please go over to stitchfolk.com and order you a shirt. It's getting that weather, so everybody needs them a sweatshirt from Miss Barry, a Floss, Bossin Cousins sweatshirt. I've been very pleased with everything I've gotten from Barry.
Even the t-shirts that I've ordered, just real soft.
They're real soft. They wash and dry well. I've not had any problem at all with them.
Be sport mine next week.
Me too. Me too. If y'all see some heifers at the beach, it's us.
I told Christy I was going to have to go get us some more yoga pants today or this weekend before we head out, so we can be all comfy.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I might not get the first stitch put in, but that's what I'm going down there for. Yeah. So
I can't
I'm excited
wait
about going.
And be sure that if you haven't, we need to do another giveaway on that.
What?
Nobody ever claimed the needle minders. The Floss, Bossin Cousin needle minders. We had 2 to give away, and neither one of them were claimed.
Well, why don't we just, since we didn't have a video for this one, everybody that comments, we'll just draw from one of them.
Okay.
To do the 2.
And we'll do that.
That'll be our giveaway this time, because everybody needs one of them needle minders.
And they do. They have needle minders. They have the rulers. They have the corner gauges. What else? Just go on over to their Etsy shop. I'll link it below and check them out. Yeah, but when y'all support us by buying from Stitch Folk, buying a Floss, Bossin Cousin shirt, or buying a needle minder from Pam and Bob, it supports them also. So thank y'all so much. But I'm going to try to be back on my game next time. I'm just let life, I guess,
it happens,
get in the way a little bit. So I got to get my big girl panties on and get
You ain't
ready
go-
for that
I was
retreat.
gonna say you ain't going down there pouting now.
I'm not.
We're
I'm
gonna
not.
have a good time.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to go.
Get to spend some time with our friends and
But we're gonna go, and I might even still have time. Oh yeah, I can still have time to have supper with my husband tonight if he hadn't already ate some chicken noodle soup. If he has, I guess I'll just do without. But y'all have a good 2 weeks. Well, it won't be 2 weeks. We're gonna try to do a video next week while we're at the retreat. So y'all have a good week. 2 weeks, and if you're coming to Orange Beach to the Home for the Holidays retreat, we'll see y'all Thursday.
sure will.
Thank y'all.
Talk to you later.
Bye.